Hey everyone, it's Kelly. Welcome to today's video. This is a subscriber request. They were asking could I do a longer cleaning type video so they could clean along with me. It's called body doubling. So if you need some inspiration or some motivation to get up and clean, hopefully you can have me on in the background and then you can clean or home make or tidy or whatever it is that you need to do, and I hope that this really helps you. So thank you so much for the video request. I already have a lot of this footage in like the laundry video and other homemaking videos, but because I had all of this still as raw footage, I thought I would put it all together for you guys. Also, because if you're new here, hey, welcome. So glad you're here. Thank you so much for joining with us. And if you've clicked on this because you really like homemaking and some inspiration, this might be the first time that you're seeing this footage. So again, I hope that it motivates and inspires you to either just watch or to get up and clean, whatever it may be. Let me know, because yeah, I love having you guys here and knowing that I'm filming for other people to watch, and I hope that it really does help. So I'm just stripping the bed here. It is the week to wash all the sheets, and I'm taking off the electric blanket just to help air out the bedding. I have washed and strip washed the electric blanket before. You can check that out in the massive clean that I did at Easter. That was awesome. And here I'm just wiping over our mattress topper. We got this from Muscle Mat. There is a link in the description down below. It has been amazing, let me tell you. I was having a lot of sciatica and hip problems, and since having this I've noticed that they've pretty much all gone away. So yeah, we need a new mattress anyway, so this was the happy medium. I'm so glad that the company reached out when they did. I've already done a sponsored video on that when I did, so yeah, you can check that out down below. All right, enjoy the music and I'll be back soon. Through the magic of television, I got changed because I figured you don't want to see me in my dressing gown all day. So let's get changed into something that's a little bit more practical. And we don't have any Zumba today. I took this weekend off from everything. It's so good. And what's even better is that my son's gaming group wasn't meeting this weekend either. So we really don't have to be anywhere. So good. So I am strip washing all of my Zumba gear as well, because it's been a couple of months since I've done it and it really needs it. It helps to get all the build up washing detergents out of it, and also the sweat smell, because if you have any exercise clothing you will know that smell and how hard it is sometimes to get out of the underwire near your bras and things like that. So yeah, strip washing is the way to go. course, the bath is super dirty, so I need to clean it. This is the only thing that I hate about having the black towels as well. They just have fluff all the time and it gets everywhere. And yes, a lot of people have showers. We don't have baths anymore, so the end of the bath tends to get pretty dirty. There were some other things that were sitting there, some empty bottles. I took those out because they were a little bit gross to look at. And then I just cut some of the footage of me cleaning because this is not the very best camera angle. I had to put the camera way up high, and when I was cleaning, I bent over and you could see my backside. And I thought, let's not have that angle here. So yeah, sometimes it is tricky filming. Sometimes I ask hubby to help me film because he can get really good angles, but yeah, that can be super frustrating having to ask him to help me all the time. So I just do the best that I can. Now that all the laundry is soaking and the washing machine is going, it's time to do a quick clean up of the kitchen. So just keep moving from room to room, looking at organizing to get some breakfast done soon. And yeah, just trying to keep on top of the kitchen because I find that this is the place that gets the messiest the quickest. Of course, the weather is not in our favor today, so it's going to be an indoor clothes laundry day. So for those of you who've been around for a while, you would know that we have clothes horses as a permanent decor feature in our lounge room. We look like a Chinese washing service all the time, but it is winter here right now, so it is just way too cold to be putting clothes outside. And also when I need a little bit of a fast turnaround, like these bed sheets, they're going to get hung up inside so they can dry. These ones didn't take very long at all, which was really great because I had to make the bed that evening. There is nothing better than getting into a freshly clean bed. And I saw this quote on Facebook the other day that goes, "Nighttime me is going to be so angry that morning me just stripped the bed and washed all the sheets." And then there was something like, "Morning me is gonna be praised by nighttime me unless I forget to make the bed in time." I thought, that's so true. So yeah, so these, as I said, they dried, air dried. It took a couple of hours, but still I got it done, and it was about 5 p.m. that I made the bed, so I was able to then make the bed and put the electric blanket on at about 10 p.m. so it warms up for about an hour or so before I jump into bed. But it was good that I can make the bed to keep whatever is warm in it, because I try and make the bed in winter especially. I would love to know how you dry your clothes, if you have a dryer, if you dry them inside on a clothes horse or if you use outside. I know that some parts of Australia it is still warm during the day but cold as at night, so they really can't put any washing outside for very long, because even if it is warm during the day, the cold snap at night comes in pretty quickly. So yeah, I don't mind hanging washing out. It's pretty calming activity, but it is the pulling it all in, especially on time, and then having to remake the bed. that's the frustrating thing. So here is the bed sheets just on the horses. They are fitted sheets, and so yeah, spread out a little bit. Oh, this was particularly hilarious today, trying to make the bed sheet. So someone said to me that there's a tag on the inside of the fitted sheet and it belongs on the bottom left-hand side of the bed. And I was like, yep, cool. Clearly, it's not for this bed. But I'm actually now wondering if they had said lower right and then they said don't do lower left, and I've just heard left and put it in, because putting the tag here on this corner means that it fitted, not a problem. So I don't know. Let me know if you have heard of that trick before, of that putting the tag on the lower right hand corner, because if that is true and correct now forever, that's going to make life so much easier, because I struggle putting a fitted bed sheet on at the best of times. I can never remember which is the long way and which is the short way, but now with that tag trick, hopefully I'll remember the lower right or my bottom corner, because I sleep on that side of the bed with the cupboard door open. Of course I do. My cupboard doors are always open. If you've seen my kitchen you will know what's going on. While I'm here, I would love to know how many layers are on your bed as well. We just have like a blanket, and then we have 2 quilts that go on top of it. I find that's warm enough. I have an electric blanket as well, but I know that people have mountains of blankets and other quilts and things like that. My husband is a very warm sleeper. He needs hardly anything on him. I need every blanket and quilt that there is known to man on top of me. I really should get a weighted blanket because I love the feeling and the sensation of them. I just worry that I won't be able to move, but I do like that tucked in feeling, probably because I got tucked in a lot when I was a child, probably because also I rolled out of bed a lot. So my parents would tuck me into bed to make sure I didn't move very well. And of course, when your nana tucks you into bed, it's the best thing ever, you know, with those 27 scratchy blankets that are on the bed. But still, they are the memories that we love. This is probably the most annoying thing about strip washing, is having to rinse everything out. Now, I know that I probably could do this inside my washing machine because there's no middle agitator anymore. It's just a big open drum. But I did this because I was also filming the strip washing video, so I wanted to show you guys the process of how I do it. Also, I think that the water was very impressive being brown, so I wanted to show that. I didn't want to have to go out and buy a clear, bigger bucket just to show that either. I would have just literally tipped the bucket out onto the lawn outside, but you still have to squeeze all the water out. Yeah, and then also trying to carry a wet, soaking, dripping basket down the corridor to the washing machine is interesting. Sometimes when I put it in, I will do just a little quick spin cycle to get out any excess water that's in there, because when you rewash the clothes, like I talked about in the strip washing video, you just want to give it a straight wash with water. You don't want to add any more detergents or anything in there. It has enough still floating around in the water from the strip wash bath that it's just had. Another quick clean of the kitchen. Sorry, this is in speed motion, but I think I had recorded this on my other camera as well and put it up as a 5 or 10 minute video, so you could do sort of a speed along with me. This one is super sped up. It didn't take very long to clean at all, hence why it's only like 28 seconds, but still. Yeah, as I said, trying to keep on top of the kitchen because we've been trying out Dinnerly, which you'll see coming up soon, and I need a lot of space for filming and content creating. So yeah, it's just adding extra stuff to do, but yeah, the things that we do, what can I say? All right, next little washing is ready, so it's time to get hung up. We are back to the lounge room to hang out all of my Zumba clothes, and I am so lucky that pretty much all of my pants and most of my tops are like a lycra based material, so they dry super quick, which is really good. And I don't need the heater on this evening. I probably will pop it on later because it has been quite cold when I was recording this, but for now they can just kind of sit here and chill overnight. I don't need these until Monday evening, so I've still got another 2 days should I need to have it go that long. But by the next day they were dry and I was able to pack them up. It's Sunday, and so it's towel washing day, and I broke the towel rail again. It's just like this screw thing in the wall with one of those green, you know what I'm talking about. It's got all the like corrugated sides, and it goes in the hole to help you then put the screw in there. But I think that now the hole is too big because parts of our house are just concrete walls and they are falling apart with the winter and the house moving and everything else. We're starting to get a lot of cracks and stuff, and we can't drill into the wall because it just starts disintegrating. Our house is pretty old. I still love it though. So bits and pieces are slowly falling apart, but that's life, isn't it? So washing all the towels today. We do all the black towels first, and then we will go around and collect everything else. I took a risk hanging the black towels out because we were watching the weather, and it was only about 15 degrees today, so it was quite cool outside, but the clouds were grey. So I thought, well, I'll hang them out, and any chance of rain, I'll be the first one outside to grab them and bring them inside. They were still sort of a little bit damp by the evening when we did bring them inside, so I hung them on the clothes horses inside just for another hour or so to dry, because these are the black towels that people use when they shower, and of course they were needed that evening. So we need dry towels, that's all there was to it. The heater was on anyway by the time that the towels needed that extra boost because the room was absolutely freezing, so that helped there. And I just make sure to stay close, and I'll rotate the towels so they dry even quicker. We are strip washing now the other bed sheets. There's a quilt cover that I've had for ages that I needed to. Again, this was all in the strip washing video, so yeah. can I just say that wet linen, it heavy. Oh my gosh. And I just realized also there's a hole in my bucket. So I have dripped water all down the corridor as I've moved down to the laundry. So I had to go back and wipe that up because we have a lot of floorboards in our house and we don't need anyone going for a slide down the corridor. Namely me. I probably would do it and I'd be the one injured. And because I teach Zumba, I can't really afford to get injured. Even though things happen all the time and I push through, but yeah. back to the lounge room to do the next load of washing. I'm actually turning off the heater. I really try and set a timer for when the heater's on and just have it on for short periods of time, just to give that sort of warm to the room and not to have it boring for hours on end. I know it's gas, I know it's cheaper than electricity, but still, power is power, and the less that we have to pay for it, the better. So the towels, as I said, were dry, so it's time to fold them and put them away. You would have seen earlier that my Zumba clothes too were dry, and so I folded them and put them away. I just didn't record putting them in the bedroom. I wish that I did. That would have looked so cool. But my daughter was actually in my bed because she likes to be in there with the electric blanket on sometimes when she's on her phone, chatting to friends, scrolling TikTok, looking at YouTube, whatever they do. And yes, so she was like, "No filming in here." And she didn't want to move. So unfortunately, that is the joys sometimes of being a content creator. If sometimes family are around and they don't want to be in the video, well, that's life. Lots of people who watch our lives, which is the first Friday of every month, they often hear my daughter in the background. My daughter's 23, for those of you asked, but I still talk about both of my children as the children. My son is 20, and it's just easier to say the children. But my daughter is often heard in the background of the lives, giving her opinion about whatever. If someone has a question, she'll decide to pipe up and give an answer about something. Sometimes it's funny, sometimes it's not. This is the quilt cover that I was talking about that we've just done the strip washing on. It was a little bit yellow underneath and dirty because it had been on the floor. So I wanted to give it a really good wash because I'm planning on donating it to my Buy Nothing group and passing it on, because I've been so blessed lately with things that people have offered me. So I always want to make sure that I can give back. And yeah, so good that they fit on the clothes horses, because yeah, it's too cold to go outside and hang them up. But also, I can tell you right now, these sat on the clothes horses for a couple of days. The fitted sheet actually took a little bit of while to dry with the elastic in the corners and stuff. This one I'm holding right now is a flat sheet. we aren't really a fan of it because you roll over in bed and it comes out the corners. Even though I do know how to make a bed with hospital corners, I am a trained nurse, but yes, I think that's a skill that I clearly didn't manage very well, and now it's just fallen out of practice. I still try, but my corners are not very good. I would not pass inspection should they be coming around to grade us. So I just washed the sheet still because it had been hanging around for ages. I'll still hang on to it. Maybe I will sew some elastic into the corners to turn it into a fitted sheet. I don't know, but it's one of those things I don't want to get rid of just in case. Of course, it wouldn't be one of my videos or a homemaking video for me without cleaning my kitchen. I am forever doing this task. I've got my headphones on, have a little dance party to help motivate and inspire me. I hope that you've managed to do some cleaning along with me. Let me know what you got up to. I'd love to hear from you. I just wanted to say thank you so much for watching today. I really do appreciate your time, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye.